Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from where you're watching me from. Welcome back everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm Seth Owas and I'm going to be your trainer for this entire series. So if you're here, welcome once more. Today we're going to look at how to use the currency trend meter to trade and make successful trading with currency trend meter. You know, in day trading, in day forex trading, you know that on the channel we are forex traders. There are people who trade stocks, others trade indices, others trade Bitcoin. But on this channel, we trade Forex. That's what I've been doing for a longer time. I also trade indices. That's all what I do. Trade Forex and indices, and sometimes stocks, but I don't really trade stocks much. It's something as for long-term investment. But mostly, as a day trader, I've been trading Forex. So as a Forex day trader, you know, we are going to trade currency pairs. We're going to create currency pairs. And what's a currency pair? What's a currency? The most popular or the major currency pairs that we know are the Euro USD, the Euro is a currency. You all know Euro is a currency. We have the pound, Great British Pound is also a currency. We have the yen, the Japanese yen, JPY, it's also a currency. We have the AUD is also a currency, and maybe your other currency in your local, area. Either if you're in Nigeria, Nigerian naira. If you're in Kenya, I think Kenyan shilling or something. If you're in Ghana, Ghanaian cedis, and so on and so forth. So these are currencies. But in forex trading, we trade major currency pairs. Major currency pairs. Why do we trade major currency pairs instead of trading minor currency pairs? It's based on how they behave. You see, when you're trading major currency pairs like Euro USD, their behavior and their prediction can have a higher probability than when you are trading your local currency pair or the exotic ones. So for instance, if you want to trade Euro, then what are you going to pair with Euro to trade? That's the question. Can you just go and say, I want to buy Euro? No. A currency can be measured. In relative to other currency. Before we can know that somebody is strong, let's say this one guy. Let me draw a stick man here. So this one guy, right? And let's say there's another guy. Okay. So before we can tell whether this guy is strong or weak, the only way to do that is to check in relative to another guy. To know, okay, this guy is stronger or weaker than this guy. What if there is also one more guy here, and physically by structure you could tell that this guy is stronger than this guy. But so this guy is the strongest, this is the next strongest, this guy is the weakest per their structure. Okay, so we can't determine whether something is strong or weak unless we compare it in relativity to another thing. You get it? So the same happened to currency trading. In currency trading, before you trade any pair at all, you have to determine which currency pair are you pairing with. What are you supposed to pair with to trade? That is when the currency trend meter comes in. So as a day trader, the currency trend meter is actually going to help you to be able to select good pairs. So the currency trend meter is a very good tool. Okay, it's a very good great tool that I have been using as a day trader. And that's what I always want to share with you, because without a currency trend meter, don't even try trading forex. Okay, don't try trading forex, because if you don't know which currency pair is strong and which currency pair is weak, then what are you actually going to trade in the first place? So with this background knowledge, now let's begin with today's lesson. If you're here for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, okay? And please, whatever you're going to go through, pay attention and understand it well. Okay, just listen to me carefully. This is something I've been doing for longer years, guys. I know all the ups and downs in this business. Please, if I'm talking, please pay attention to me and listen to me, okay? And it's going to help you. Okay, so if you've done that, then let's move on. Okay, so let's begin. What is a currency trend meter? By the end of this video, you are going to understand what a currency trend meter is. You're going to know how the currency trend meter is actually calculated. I'm going to teach you how to use the currency trend meter to select high probability trading pairs. We are going to learn how you're going to apply the currency trend meter in intraday trading setups and how you're going to avoid basic beginner mistakes. This is all what we are going to cover for today. Okay, so what's the currency trend meter? Let's take something here. Currency strength. It means something to measure the strength of a currency, right? So the meter is just a measure. So currency strength, something that measures the strength of a currency, and that something is a software. So currency strength meter is a tool that measures the relativity strength of individual currencies against other currencies in the forex market. So as I explained first, let's say for instance, this guy is euro. Okay, for us to know that euro is strong, you have to compare it with other currency for us to tell that okay, euro is strong or weak. So for us to determine whether a currency is weak or a currency is strong before we trade, we have to use the currency strength meter. So instead of looking for just pairs, like you go straight forward and you go and trade euro USD. Let's say you go to your chart, you saw euro USD is just trending, then you decide to just buy because you saw that euro USD is just trending. Is it possible to do that? Yes, it's possible to do that. But what happens if you don't know whether euro is strong and USD is weak, or euro is strong and USD is strong, and you trade this? What happens? Most of your strategies are going to get a whip out. For instance, let's say you saw a market going up like this. Now you decide to wait and buy here. So because now you don't know the strength of the currency, maybe the currency has lost its strength, so you just buy here hoping that it will hit your profit target, but the market goes up a little. Since it has lost its strength, now it reverses and hits your stop loss, and now you are out. The market reverse. So these are the consequences if you don't know how to use the currency trend meter, because you just see the currency pair trending, but you wouldn't know where the pair has gotten to. Is it still strong or is it still weak? So instead of just searching for pairs like just euro USD or pound USD and just begin to trade, what you have to do is that use the currency trend meter to show which currency is the strongest, which currency is the weakest. Then you choose the best combinations. So let's say per this chart, let's say we look at the currency trend meter and we realize that the euro is strong and the yen is weak. So what do? We pair the yen with the euro. So we go and search for euro, EUR, and yen, the JPY. Euro is strong, the pound is strong, the AUD is strong. We cannot trade when the markets are, all of them are strong. We cannot trade a trending market unless we are going to trade a ranging market. So you must first understand the state of the currency before you even think of what you're actually going to trade. Either you're going to apply your trending strategies or going to apply your ranging strategies. You must understand actually what the mood the market is in. That is when the currency trend meter is a very great tool. Okay, so why do we need it? It tells us the momentum and volatility. It gives us the clear direction of the currency, and it also helps us to trade the strongest currency versus the weakest currency, as I've already explained. And also it also helps you to avoid ranging pairs and trade with the market and flow with it instead of going against it, as I've explained here. So understand the currency meter is going to be a great tool for you as a trader. So now the question is, how is the currency trend meter calculated, or how does it work? You don't have to bother yourself with actually how it works, but since you are going to be a day trader, you must at least understand the tools you are using. Okay, so just having a clear understanding of how it works is going to boost your knowledge and on how to use the tool actually. So example, if for instance euro is strong, when you see a pair like euro USD, what does it actually mean? So let me write it here. When you see euro versus the USD as a pair, what does this mean? It means euro is the base currency. The base currency is the main currency we are looking at. So for instance, if euro and USD is trending upwards like this, it means that the euro is strong, the base currency is strong, so it is actually pulling the USD up. So the euro is strong, so the market is going upwards. But on the other hand, if you see euro USD trending downwards, it means this is the base currency, this is the quote currency. So this guy is rather stronger and is pulling the base currency downwards. So when you see that euro USD pair is going downwards, it means the USD is actually strong and it's pulling the pair down. You get it? So if the euro is strong which means it's going to pull the USD up, which means that's the base currency. The market will be trending upwards. If the euro is weak, it's going to pull the base currency. If the euro is weak, the USD is going to pull the base currency down. So let's say that you open any chart and you also see that that chart, the same USD is USD. Let's say USD with let's say AUD. Here in this scenario, the USD is the base currency and now the AUD is the code currency. So for instance, if let's say USD AUD trending upwards, what does it mean? It means what? It means the USD is strong, so the market is going upwards. You see, that's the base currency, it's strong. But if you see this currency pair going downwards, it means the AUD is rather strong. That's how currency pairs actually work. So the currency meter actually takes the persistent change, it takes the moving averages of all of them, it takes the RSI based formulas, and then it takes the multi-time frame price data, and it does its own calculation. You don't actually need to worry yourself on how to read it, but at least you must understand how the currency trend meter actually works. Okay, what we call relative trends. You must actually understand how it works. Okay, so what are some of the best currency trend meter out there that you can use? On this channel for some time, I have been using this currency trend meter. This is my traditional currency trend meter I use, and it runs on MT5. There are other currency meter also out there, but some are best, some are easy to read, some does good calculations, but the ones I actually use and feel comfortable with is my traditional currency meter, this one that I've been using, and the currency meter from Baby Pips. Okay, the currency meter from Baby Pips, either any of these ones are easy to use. Normally, I prefer this one because it runs on my MT5 interface. I can see this currency meter installed, but sometimes some of my students or some of the people who are watching me send me a message that say we can't install this on the currency meter. We can't install this in the MT5 because it's a little technical to install this one as an indicator in the MT5. So mostly now what I'm going to do is that instead of installing this on the MT5, you're going to rather use this from any website at all, because all what we're looking at is the strength of the currency. So if you can install this on the MT5, then you're going to use this one instead. So for instance, this is from Baby Pips. So let's say you open any browser. Let me open my browser. And let's say you type Baby Pips, or just type currency trend meter. Type currency strength. So just type currency trend meter, and then you see that there are different websites offering this form of currency trend meters, but I want the one from Baby Pips. That one is easy to use, guys. So if you can't install this on your MT5, then just use this from Baby Pips. So just click on it. It is free. You don't pay anything, guys. It's free. Okay, it's completely free. So just click on this, and now look at what we have here. Let me zoom it out. So now we have currency meter from Baby Pips. But don't just go straight forward and start reading it. But here you see that on our chart right now, you could see that the USD is the strongest currency, and then the NZD is the weakest currency. But on what time frame? That's the question you have to ask. On what time frame? Here on the daily time frame, and we don't want daily time frame. As day traders, our highest time frame you have to be looking at is the 4-hour time frame, because as day traders, we are going to trade either the M15, M5, or H1. We are going to trade all the time frames which are less than H4. So our H4 becomes our parent time frame. So all your currency trend meter should be set to H4. Okay, you can also set them to H1, but I don't prefer H1 because it's too fast. You're going to trade on the H1, so set your currency meter to H4, and then now you see which currency is strong on the H4 and which currency is weak on the H4. But we are going to trade on H1 or M15, or maybe you are going to scalp. But this is what is going to give us the go ahead. Okay, so here you see that on this chart you could see the USD is strong, the pound too is strong, the yen is strong, the pound is strong, the CAD is not actually strong. See, it's not really strong. The NZD is weak, Euro is weak, Swiss is weak and the AUD is very weak. So for you to get the best bet on the forex market, this is what you have to do. You choose the stronger guy and you match it with the weaker guy. So for instance, you choose USD and AUD. So as we want to trade right now, let me go back to our board. As we want to trade right now, we are going to merge the USD with what? The AUD, right? USD and AUD. So AUD. That's the first pair we can look at. The next pair we can look at could be the same USD paired with Swiss. So we can say that USD and Swiss. So the next pair we can look at is USD. Sorry, I'm writing with the mouse, okay? So just bear with me. USD and the Swiss CHF. Have you seen that we are doing all these things? We've not even opened our trading charts. Have you seen? We've not even opened our trading chart, which means before you even begin trading, do all this analysis before you even go and open your MT5 or your trading view. Guys, are you getting me? Do all this analysis first before you go and open MT5 or trading view. Now, which pair again can we pair? We could also pair pound. Pound is strong. So pound and AUD. So back to the board, pound AUD. Great British pound and AUD. We can also pair this one. What else can we pair? We can also pair the same pound with the Swiss. So back to the board, pound, Great British pound with the Swiss CHF. You see, now we know which currency pair we are looking at. Instead of just opening your chart and scanning through and just choosing any pair, now we have at least some good pairs. We are sure that these pairs would these pairs would definitely be trendy because one is strong and one is weak. So taking the currency meter from Baby Pips is actually easy to use. You don't need to install anything. Okay, so just type currency strength meter. Just type currency strength meter. Open your browser, type currency strength meter, and then choose any one you like, but I prefer the one from Baby Pips. Okay, this is simple. Where is it? Baby Pips. It's very easy to use. Okay, Baby Pips, you click, and so when you click, make sure that you don't just look at it blindly. You choose the time frame. This is the time frame. Time frame is H4, and now you know the currencies which are stronger in the H4 time frame and weaker in the H4 time frame. Okay, so now that you know this, what is the best time to use the currency strength meter, or when should you trade? When to trade actually depends on your schedule or your work schedule. Most of you guys, some are teachers, some are nurses, some are doctors, some work in the factory, some are security guys, some sell in the market, some also have other business they do. So the best time to trade depends on your time schedule, because Forex is 24 hours, so you can trade the Forex market at any time or any day, and the strategy actually going to help you to work. So for instance, I also have some other side businesses I do after you trade Forex for some time. Rather that you become very bored, so you invest the money into some other businesses. So I have some other small businesses I do alongside. So mostly I rather trade Forex in the mornings. So let's say my mornings, sometimes at first when I began trading long time, I used to trade at dawn from all the way from 12 midnight to somewhere in the morning, 6, then I sleep, 6 a.m. then I sleep. But for some time now, since I don't need to do that now, I know the moment I open my charts, I just know what I'm trading, so I don't have to worry myself. So mostly I trade in my local time. I trade the London session, which starts from 7 in my local time. So my local time 7 a.m. and I trade up to 12 a.m. So this is the time I trade. That's all. After that, I go out. So this is the time I trade. After that, I go out and take off my other businesses, because being in the house sometimes is very boring. If I have anywhere to go to, if I have any program, I also have to go. But if I have nowhere to go, I just go out and take care of my other businesses. So this is what the time I trade. Maybe you are a full-time nurse, you are a teacher, you are a security man, maybe you go to work from 9 a.m. or maybe even that 9 a.m. you have to even start preparing from 6 a.m. before you can even get to work, and you close all the way. Let's say you close around 4 p.m. So the best time to trade is either your lunch time, or maybe evening, when you come back home in the evening, maybe at night, you trade, because the market will still be open at night. Then you trade. So what you have to do, the moment you before you begin trading, you open your currency trade meter, okay? Then you identify the strongest currency, then you identify the weakest currency, and you pair on the chart as I've taught you. Then confirm your trend strategy before you trade either a pullback or a breakout, which I'm going to teach you in the next video. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to record one video here to teach you the best strategy you're going to trade on this particular pairs, so that at least you can be making some profit whilst you work. Okay, so we can use it in London session, New York session, major session, all of them. But I normally prefer trading the London session and the New York session. The Asian session is sometimes slow because most of the US markets are closed and the Europe markets is also closed. So mostly I prefer per my time frame. I just per my local time, I just move with the London session and the New York session. So you just have to check which kind of work do you do, and then you know your schedule. Okay, so I'm glad that you've listened to me up to this level. Come back and come and watch the second video. I'm going to teach you some pullback strategies and some breakout strategies you are going to trade after now you've selected your currency pair. Okay, so let's say, for instance, you selected your currency pair, Euro USD. Let's say you selected Euro USD. So now Euro, EUR slash, what did we select right now? Let's say Euro USD, example. After you selected your pair, now the market is trending. The question, where are you supposed to enter? And if it's easy like this to just enter here, then everybody would have been profitable, right? If it's easy like, oh, they meant to see it here, you just enter, then you buy. Do you think the Forex market would have still been there? No. People would have made millions out of it. But it's not that easy. There are some other things, other criteria you have to check before you even enter your trade here, or whether to enter it here or to wait or not to even enter there. If it was simple, guys, listen to me. If it was simple as just market pulling back and you buying and taking it up, then everybody would have been rich in the world, right? Good. So it's not that simple. So please take your learning serious, okay? So come back here next time to come and watch. I'm going to teach you the pullback strategy, and in the next video I'll teach you the breakout strategies. Okay, so I'm Setowas, and this is me. If you don't know me already, I'm Setowas, and thanks for watching and listening to me. Take care of yourself and come back next time. Take care. Bye.